So right now, marking up the Club Pros Handicap Index.
Yeah, there's no Wi-Fi in the studio.
There is definitely Wi-Fi in the studio. There definitely should be Wi-Fi in the studio because I am connected. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Maybe that's why. Oh, you know what? That would explain why my.
Ted, spell it.
It's like TU.
This is really what we're going to do to start the show. We're going to spell.
I didn't know we were starting the show.
We're online.
Yeah, I told you. I'm literally just announced.
Well, I'm
that.
in the middle of something, so
Should we stop
so-
it?
so
I give his,
Yeah. Well, what?
we just-
the guy? He's gonna. He's
yeah, right,
Ted.
yeah.
He's gonna be your coach.
you can spell his last name.
Yeah,
out
you
loud.
can spell. He's a professional golf coach. You can spell his name
I'm not
anywhere
sure.
you
Wait,
want.
Actually, I have the email from Chevy Chase.
It's
asking for-
TUMINARO. And that is what we're doing on the show today. Today we will just be spelling things and looking things up on our phone while you guys enjoy the show.
It says
It'd be-
plus 2.2.
Yeah, he's a plus 2.2 handicap.
Okay, what does plus 2.2
He's
mean?
better than 0. He's better than someone who he's
But
better
golf,
than par.
don't you want to be a minus?
No, you want to be a plus.
Well, I want to be minus.
No, you don't. Then you're stupid. Because Scotty Scheffler, like Ted said, is a plus 7 in real life.
But if you make par,
He makes better than par.
but then he's minus par.
You know what? I'm
What
not
are
going
you
to argue
showing
this.
me?
I'm not going to argue this.
His
Why
name.
is Ted
No,
showing me
His name.
I've already got it.
Oh, okay.
Ted, I spelled his name.
Where
I
are
told you
you?
he's a
I was doing it
professional
for
golf
me.
coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. We can
So-
say his name.
No, I got a
He's professional
solicitation
golf
for some
coach.
private lessons.
So if you play around and you're minus 1, that's great.
You're under par, so your handicap becomes plus. Yeah, like I get
It's
strokes from
confusing.
you. I know. It's
Yeah,
really
it
weird.
took me a while to wrap my mind around that. But the first time I heard him say that, the first time I heard that was
That's
like
how good he is.
when Tiger Woods said like this guy's a plus, and then Tiger Woods was like a plus 8 or 9 in his heyday, like back in 2001 when he won like 9 things. So
I looked up Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan's golf handicap.
No, yeah, seriously, he's in Florida.
Okay, and
Guess what he is?
is a 6. I don't know. I thought he wasn't that good. That's why he lost all that money. And he would just make you play until he finally won a hole.
I'm
and
sure he
it's
got.
like
I'm sure he
was
got. I think he built his own course. So I'm sure he's gotten better over time. And I think actually
He has not built his own
and
course.
then but the course he's at, I guess it's like to his. Like I read this recently. Like it's to his advantage. Like when he plays at that course, it's actually built for his game, whatever that is.
What does
I don't
does
know
the
what that
fairway move when he slices? Does it just open up? Do the trees move, or is there like a net that springs his ball back into the fairway? That's
no, wait
ridiculous.
a minute. I think he's in North Carolina.
Okay, can we stop now?
Are we really going to stop?
But here's the thing. You know what makes this funny is I just read a story today that I thought was hilarious. Do you guys know what President Trump's official USGA handicap is?
I heard there was a story, but I didn't read the story.
Oh, I
so
looked him up too.
What is it?
He's in here.
Trump is at 2.8.
Okay.
So that means
That
means he barely shoots over par. Like a 0 would be a scratch handicap.
Right.
So that means Trump barely shoots over par. Now I want to give you some perspective in this.
See how I did? See how I'm on topic? We parlayed right into
On
this.
age 79, with a 2.8 handicap, there are less than 50 golfers on the planet of his age that are better than him.
I didn't know that statistically.
And in America, there's less than 6.
America.
So according to the USGA, there are less than 6 players at age 79
Where does he keep his
that are
handicap? at?
better than
What state?
Trump.
What state is Trump at?
The
Florida,
state of
Florida.
Not
Mar-a-Lago.
Florida.
Delusion,
No, it's not
Mar-a-Lago.
Florida. It's not.
delirium,
Oh.
bullshit. It's
New
gotta
Jer-
be.
no, New Jersey, maybe that Bedminster course.
Don't
Yeah.
come on, put your phone away, Ted. But here's
looking at him.
it's really
He's calling me Ted.
yeah, it's
Ted thought
really
he was-
weird.
Ted thought you were talking to him.
We both
the
have
one
our
time
phone-
he wasn't on his phone.
We actually both have our phones out.
But it was really weird. So they had a bunch of golf coaches when they showed him a bunch of Trump swings, and they said, "What do you think?" And he said, most of them said impossible. One guy who's a big Trumper, he said maybe he's a really good chipper and putter to make up for his.
I seen him hit it off the
Swing.
tee, and he looks pretty fucking good to me.
I guess not for a 2.8, not for a guy who shoots just barely.
We all know he's definitely not. I mean, he's playing from the forward tees. Okay.
No, he says he plays from the tips all the time.
He said that.
He says it.
He's not. No.
Yeah. But here's what I was thinking. This
Well,
is kind of cool.
Didn't he win the club championship one year without showing up on day one?
Without showing up on day one.
Okay.
Now, here's what I was thinking. I mean, this is a logical thing after the story. I mean, we're going to hear this in a couple of weeks, the Trump School of Golf, right? He's going to start a school of golf. It makes sense. And here's the deal. He won't teach the golf swing, just how to keep score. Kind of cool, right?
Well, it's funny, on the debate stage, when Biden was debating Trump, I think they got in a little spat over their golf handicaps, and that was like toward the end of the debate. And I think Biden said, don't quote me on this, but he actually, you can Google this, but he said he was a 6.
Joe Biden?
At the time, yeah.
Okay, first of all, he was an excellent athlete. He was an outstanding athlete.
I'm talking about like right now.
Okay, well, so that's more ridiculous than Trump being at 2.8. You had to bring that up.
Well, I'm saying it's equally as, I'm just questioning. I mean, maybe he is. I've never seen the guy swing a club, but I'd be hard pressed to believe that. I'd be hard pressed to believe.
I'm trying to
see
because
myself.
he's a Democrat.
Right, I'm
No, I'm
trying
not
to
saying
figure
that.
this
No way a
out.
Democrat can
No,
be.
I question
brought
both
that
of
up.
them. I question both of them. Of course.
But a 6, I mean, he could be a 6. If he played, I mean, our buddy Chalmer is 70. Our buddy Chalmer is what, 81? And I played with him yesterday. He said last week he shot under his age. He shot a 79.
Oh yeah, okay, I can believe that. Yeah, okay, I guess it's possible. So
Yeah. I mean, he plays from forward tees.
right,
'cause
but he's in
81
but
years
he's in
old.
better shape than unfortunately, Mr. Biden. I mean,
I think he's in better shape than both the presidents.
exactly.
Yeah, and Chalmer, I would tell you this, would be a much better president.
Probably, yeah. So.
Yeah, much. He's the condo president, and he gets shit done. By
Yeah,
the way,
exactly.
Don't fuck with Chalmer. He will end you. Yeah, it's pretty ugly. Yeah, he does not mess around at all. Ted, before we get too going in here, because we got a lot of stuff going on. You guys are switching jobs. Everybody's switching jobs today. Do you have an update on the Diddy trial for us?
Yeah, I guess it's jury deliberations now, and there's two schools. Obviously there's both sides are saying like one illegal analyst says the prosecution has not proven their case. Yeah, they proved he's a bad guy and he's did all these bad things, but in terms of kidnapping, RICO conspiracy, which is obviously you got to prove it, and he's the only one being charged. And then another analyst would say,
Ted, he ran the freak offs.
yeah, and then another analyst would say, oh, yeah, it looks like he's going to be convicted no matter what. And then I guess just recently, so the jury asked for the testimony of one of the escorts to read. So obviously you can delve into what that might mean. Here's the bottom line. I didn't follow the whole trial closely, but I think if he does get convicted, I think Trump's going to pardon him just as a way of saying F you to the New York judicial system because, since what they did to him. That's my case.
I don't think Trump can pardon him.
If it's federal, he can. Yeah,
I don't think he can pardon him.
I
Sure,
think
he just pardoned the Chrisleys. The Chrisleys that got convicted of bank fraud. Yeah, he can't
I
pardon
think he
them.
can,
He can't pardon them.
and
he will.
and he did. Not only did he pardon them, all those people he pardoned, he actually passed the judgment or whatever, so they didn't have to pay any fines for all the stuff they did, all the money they stole.
Wait, when
from
did he
people.
pardon those other? When was the last time he pardoned somebody?
He pardoned the January
like
6
2 weeks
rioters. He
ago.
pardoned the January
No,
6
like 2
rioters.
weeks ago he pardoned.
He pardoned the
somebody.
Chrisleys.
That
and
was
they-
about a month ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he pardoned somebody since then.
Yeah.
He pardoned a guy. I don't know if it was the guy who stole millions from the what do you call it, old folks home, and then didn't pay his people.
Right.
So he pardoned him.
But his mom gave him $1 million. His mom paid for that.
Yeah. Well, paid for the pardon. Yeah, but the funny part sad part is that all the people that he actually owed money to his former employees, and once Trump pardoned him, and then did the other thing that you do where get rid of the money judgment.
Yeah.
He never had to pay back any of those employees. So all those employees who got fucked for all those years and didn't get their full pay,
Right.
they were supposed to, and they're never gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a screw job right there.
Yeah. Well, I think actually that's probably more of an injustice that let's just say he pardons Diddy. That seems like it would be less of an injustice than what he did with the other guy.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I do have a little bit of an update.
Yeah.
One of the jurors, I guess the judge gave him directions, right? And one of the jurors literally got into the jury room with the other ones, and because they said they sent a note out and said, "I'm not going to follow the judge's directions. I already have my mind made up."
Okay.
The Diddy trial?
Yeah.
Well, so Diddy was the owner, CFO, CEO, event coordinator, and participant in these freak-offs.
Well, yeah, you're not going to run it and not freak off with everybody else. I am not going to have a giant sex. I'm not going to run a giant sex party.
And he invented.
not be
He's the inventor of freak-offs too.
I think the Romans invented the freak off. Yeah, they just
called
called
an
it
orgy.
Yeah, they just called it something else.
Yeah.
I believe it's been around for a long.
Yeah.
As long as there's been penises and vaginas and people in large groups, there's been freak.
He coined a phrase then.
Okay, I mean he could coin it. You know what? I could call a hand job something else. I could call it finger manipulation. It's still a hand job.
He should just join a swingers club and save himself a lot of time. I mean,
That
it seems like
It could Ted. He could have done. He could have done a million things. He could have just had one of his boys rent a house and do it there. But listen, I don't want to get into that. Here's the thing with the juror. People are speculating that this juror has made up his mind for Diddy, and they're saying that he bribed. That it's possible that they either bribed him with money or promised him an invite in the first freak off after Diddy's out.
Post acquittal. Yeah,
post acquittal. Isn't that like post coital? Yeah, post acquittal freak off, and this guy's going to be.
But if the juror was compromised, would he be dumb enough to actually announce out loud in front of everybody? I already made up my mind. Wouldn't he just simply vote, not guilty, just play along?
Ted, I'm guessing if you took.
Because that defeats the whole purpose of bribing the juror.
It does seem very unlikely that would happen. I mean, if I would keep it absolutely on the down low, and then when everyone goes all 11, and you, sir, you know what? I just don't see it. Thank you.
Yeah,
we'll just thank.
And then obviously they can get rid of that juror and just put an alternate juror because usually there's alternate jurors.
Yeah, but I don't
in.
think. Yeah, I guess you could do that. I don't know. Maybe he just wants out. I mean, how long is it?
Or maybe
this has been going on for a couple months, right?
Yeah, you're sequestered the whole. You're sequestered.
No,
the
I
whole
don't think
time?
they were.
That's nothing.
I don't think they were
because we were talking.
They went home
a couple of months, right?
Yeah,
less than a year, I think.
Yeah.
Remember that woman you brought up that poisoned her husband and wrote the book and went on talk shows? She's in the news right now.
Oh, again? Okay.
Because they brought up more charges against her.
What's more than killing him?
No, but she's it's like money laundering, insurance fraud, like bank wiring fraud. They brought up like 3 more charges because they're afraid that the murder charges might not stick.
Yeah, because apparently she forged his name on the beneficiary, and then she used the proceeds like right after he croaked, like she bought the mansion that she wanted because he was
so
stopping
they can't
her.
prove that she killed him, but they can prove that she forged.
Well, he died of a fentanyl overdose. He had like 10 times a lethal dose. He had one cocktail celebrating her new business success or something.
A Moscow Mule.
I believe it's called a fentanyl fountain.
But that trial's been this happened in 2022.
She hasn't been on trial this whole time, has she?
She's not on trial.
No, she was arrested 3 years ago.
Yeah, she's in jail. She's in jail, but she's not now. There's no trial as of yet because that would be national news.
So she's just been sitting in jail for
3 years.
Yeah, 3
that
years.
doesn't seem fair. Listen,
there's people in jail longer than that.
She could be a filthy fucking
She
murderer.
can't make bail. I mean, they didn't. I guess there's no bail. I don't know. She's being held without bail or something.
Yeah, for sure.
She's a flight risk.
Yeah. Well,
she has 3 kids.
She's definitely a pathological liar. We know that, and a sociopath. So.
We don't know any of that. We think that it's true.
Circumstantially, it kind of looks that. I mean, it's possible she's not.
So they had. I guess he had a successful business, and they had a house with a lot of equity in it, and it was his house that he bought the house before they were married, and she did a power of attorney. She went to the bank with power of attorney to take out a home equity line of credit for $250,000, and she took that money.
Fentanyl's not free, Mark.
And she took that money and put it into her real estate business, and he found out like months later, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And then shit just kind of went downhill from there. And then she's like, "You know what? I gotta get rid of this guy."
Aren't there some rules like if it's in my name?
Well, not if you forge it.
I don't know what they mean.
But they don't. Hold on, $250,000. They don't go. Listen, it's great that you signed this, but we'd like you to come in and just face to face me and say, "Yes, I did this." Or how about a text? By the way, tomorrow we'll be giving the $250,000 to you for this, and then you can just say, "What?"
Obviously, she exploited a weakness. So, for example, I just read something now where some woman in Texas, some woman in Texas was able to steal people's houses by forging the deed of sale. Like making it seem like they signed over the deeds there. So she was selling property she never even owned, and they finally caught up with her. But this is after she did it with like 3 properties. So she was selling properties with people in them that, had no knowledge. So she was able to deep fake these documents. I guess all you need is a notary, and you forge some documents with the AI stuff, and so she almost got away with it. But
would that be awesome if somebody knocked on your door? It's like, "Oh, we're moving in today, so were you guys doing what here?
Yeah.
And why is all this stuff here?" That would be. Oh man, could you imagine how mad you would be?
Yeah, and there's been cases where some guy, I think he was paying rent on a house to what he thought was the owner for like 15 years. And then they finally said, "Yeah, this guy never owned the house." And that just happened recently. So some real estate leasing broker.
Isn't that what you do, Ted?
Yeah, exactly. He was pretending to be the owner, and he was collecting rents from people. And he wasn't authorized to collect rent, so he was collecting rents and just keep pocketing the money.
They give money. Give money to Ted, and Ted's like, "I never said I was the owner. I said I was the owner. I said I was
the Uber driver."
Wait a minute. But the owner never got rents. Didn't the guy who owned? I mean,
I'm not sure. Yeah, I know
all
is
this
that
sounds really weird because
arrested, yes.
if I own the place
Of course.
and I don't get rents for 5 years,
Yeah.
I got to be saying to myself, where are those rents going?
Yeah.
I thought for sure
Well,
I needed.
I think in the first case it was the bank. It's just obviously some large monolith. Some bureaucracy. So it took them that long to figure it out. In that case I just mentioned, yeah, but
15 years. So
Yeah.
if they would have stopped at 14 years and just walked away, they're fine.
Yeah.
So
Got greedy.
the woman you talked about that had to fake houses, right? She was
forging documents, so she was
then
like
selling the houses.
and selling the houses.
So that's the opposite of this article I read. This
Right.
is a few months ago. There was a guy who bought his first home. Did you hear about this? I don't know what
No.
state it's in. I'll have to kind of. So he bought his first home. At least he thought he was buying his first home. He signed all these documents, went to the closing, everything. Turned out. So what's the suburb right behind O'Hare Airport? That's like
Bensonville.
Yeah.
Bensonville's like, how like 90% of that whole municipality is like abandoned now because of the
Because
airport.
they made an airport out of it.
Yeah. But for a long, long time, there was still like 4 city blocks of neighborhood houses there, right?
The holdouts, yeah.
No, they left. They were all abandoned.
Oh, wait. He bought an abandoned house?
No, he bought a house that he thought. I mean, it was like a sight unseen thing. It was like an auction. It was an auction. He bought a fucking town. He bought this little parcel of land. It's like, I don't know. It was like, you have to look it up. If you're listening to the show, just look it up because this was a few months ago. It was like 8 acres and there was like 30 homes, and it was a
wanna buy a
municipality.
town.
But so he bought it legally and he closed on it and he owns it. And the county is like, no, that was a mistake.
Yeah, they probably did
there's-
eminent domain.
There's nothing they could do. He owns it.
Yeah.
He owns it all. He owns all that land.
Wow.
Someone's
That's a good
getting
deal.
fired.
Yep.
Someone's getting fired.
But they're trying to like take it from him, and
Yeah.
it's like it's not. They can't do an eminent domain because of some process that he already
Right.
went through. He actually
He bought it
purchased
legally. Yeah. Through
How awesome would it be to own a town?
so that actually did happen in another state too. Some guy bought a town, and then I think the city stepped in or the municipality stepped in and said, "Oh, you can't own this town." I don't
Fuck
know.
you, I own the town.
I don't know. Yeah, but obviously, I would keep those people in litigation forever and make them. They'd have to pay me to go away.
Come on,
They'd have to pay me to go away.
You could do everything. You could literally have a town where it's only. You could write up bylaws. It's legal only to own sex shops. That's it. Yeah, sex toys and what do you call it? Like prostitution houses. That's it. That's all that's legal in my town. Everything
Yeah.
else, no food, no nothing.
Yeah, well, that's Clark County, Nevada. Brothels are legal in Clark County because they changed. They got the alderman
Oh.
to change the zoning out there.
Okay, listen.
Someone
So
stole my
listen to
idea.
this. So, an Ohio man, Jason Fontalari, accidentally bought an entire street. Okay, not a town. In the town of Trenton for $5,000 at a sheriff's auction. He thought he was buying a vacant lot to build a home. The city is now trying to reclaim the land through eminent domain, but he claims they're not offering fair compensation, only considering the value of the original lot, not the entire street. So he actually, right now, they are trying to do that, but he actually owns the entire street.
Yeah, that's a mistake on their
So
part.
not a town. I apologize.
Still, I wouldn't mind owning a street.
Yeah, that's pretty
I
cool.
would change the name immediately.
Yeah.
And it would be the worst possible, the grossest possible name, so that anytime it showed up like on for any kind of Google search or anything like that, it would be absolutely disgusting.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be awesome. Okay. We got to get moving here. Hey, everybody. This is the Real Three Idiots podcast. Happy, Mark, you're going to like this, Bobby Bonilla Day.
I knew it.
Oh, today is?
Yeah,
Today's
today
July
is.
1st. Oh, I knew that because it's my mom's birthday today.
Yeah. Every year on July 1st, and we might have talked about this, Bobby Bonilla, a former Major League Baseball player who, by the way, last played a full season in 1997.
That's insane.
He played about 5 or 6 years after, but
Yeah.
I mean, a third of a season,
Yeah.
half a season, whatever. Until 2035, he will get a little bit more than $1 million as part of his salary.
from the Mets.
Yeah, from the New York Mets.
Yeah.
And that was his salary. He decided instead of taking it all in one lump sum that he wanted it spread out.
Yeah.
Honestly,
That's smart.
you almost wish that sometimes sports guys, they were forced to do that, right?
Well, Allen Iverson did that. I think they did it to protect him from him. I think
Right.
like he got some.
He's getting money already.
He's in a
though.
trust. Like his money was in a trust, and then like now he's getting payments every year because if you would have given it to him all at once when he's 22, you would have given it to his posse, and
Ted, if you gave me $5 million a year, at age I don't know. I mean, up till about 5 years ago, I would have pissed it away in 10 seconds and had literally, it would have been like Brewster's Millions. I would have nothing to show for it. I'd be like, what do you got right now? I got these old shorts and a sock and this puddle. That's it. Just this puddle of urine right here next to me. That's what I got.
So, ironically, I read a story. I don't think it was the United States. So this guy in the UK, he won whatever the lottery it was in the UK, and he was a garbage man. He was a young guy, and they said in 8 years he partied, women, booze, drugs, and in 8 years it was all gone. Now he's back to being a garbage man again. But
you know what?
But it was a good run.
I'll bet you he's got 8 years of fantastic stories if you can remember any of it.
Exactly.
Which is a big if.
Did you say we started the show?
No. Why?
Okay.
Yeah. If you enjoy this episode, if you learned something today, please consider following the show, subscribing to your favorite podcast platform, or leaving a 5-star review. This helps the podcast more than I could say. This allows us to reach more and more people, and that would mean the world to us. Visit our website at voteforted.com. That's FORE. The sound that you hear President Trump scream when one of his Secret Service guys throws the ball back into the fairway, or just Google the Real 3 Idiots podcast. All right.
So guess what I did?
I don't know, put some pants on?
I signed up. I do have pants on.
Excellent.
Unfortunately. It's fucking hot out. I'm taking classes.
What kind of classes?
I signed up for a year subscription to Babbel.
What language are you going to learn?
Spanish.
Nice. Cool. I've always wanted to learn Spanish. It would have helped a lot. I worked in a predominantly Spanish-speaking.
Really good learning app.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's actually fun. So I'm 1 week into it.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, congratulations.
Sorry, you're uno weeks into it. Wouldn't you be?
Well, let's see what's going on mañana.
So I've got some great phrases. I'm learning. Learning a lot of.
Oh boy!
But I took a lot of Spanish in school when I was younger. I was semi. I mean, I could speak and understand a lot of Spanish when I was really young.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And but I lost a lot of it. But I took basic Spanish when I was in grammar school, like actually first, second, and third grade.
Wow.
And then again in
Would you go to like a gifted school?
I went to a language academy.
Jesus
for 3 years,
Christ.
yeah. So I took Spanish for 3 years, intro to Spanish. And then when I got into high school, and I took it all through 8th grade. I took Spanish in 7th, 8th grade as well. And then when I got into high school, I started over again because they wouldn't put me in advanced Spanish because I was a freshman. So I basically slept through Spanish and got an A for a year because you have to take a year of one language. But so now I'm back to the basics. I'm back to like ustedes beben una cerveza con amigo.
Did you just ask me if I want a beer?
Yeah, you want to have a beer with me?
Yes. See, I know the important things.
So there's like
I know all the swear words in Spanish, and I know how to say cerveza.
I know Google has language translate, but there's actually like a standalone little stick. I've seen it on the advertisement before where you actually press a button and you can change the languages so you speak English into it, and then whoever you're talking to speaks whatever language and it translates it back to you. But you actually have to physically carry around this device.
So I go to
athletes do that, like professional athletes from other countries when they do that all the time.
So I walk into Japan. I walk in. I need the closest whorehouse, please.
You're talking into your vape pen, Matt.
Yeah.
That's your vape pen.
Wow.
See, you think Ted is vaping, he's talking into one of those translators.
Because
the guy he talks to on the course, Matt, doesn't speak English. His invisible friend is actually Japanese.
Oh, so
that vape pen is a translator. It's not a.
Oh, I see. So when Ted drifts off, if we're playing, and Ted, we walk over here, and Ted for some reason walks the other way and just starts carrying on a conversation. It's
my imaginary friend.
With that vape pen, he's pretending that vape pen is a translator, even though it's blowing smoke.
That's Ted's mostly blowing smoke. Yeah. All right. So we've got some jobs that we switched today. Okay. So
I believe it's El Switcheroo Trabajo.
Excellent. Wow, this is
Excelente. You know what?
This isn't going to be a nightmare, Ted. Yeah, this is not going to suck.
You
the next
opened up Pandora's box.
Yeah. How do you? Pandora's el boxo. Okay. All right. So let's see. Mark, you are doing the tip today. Ted, you have a movie mention, and I have a song to sing. Wow. So
this isn't going to be a dumpster fire.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think it's going to be.
We saw a dumpster fire at the Howard Street the other day.
What?
Remember you and I were walking in, the cigarette butt thing was on fire.
Oh, okay. So there actually was a dumpster fire. Okay.
It was kind of and what's the
what do you think? Worse than a dumpster fire.
Ted, take a guess at the first thing I offered to do when they were trying to put the dumpster fire out.
you were gonna
I don't know. There's a couple people there.
throw a wet blanket on it,
Nope,
or
I literally said, "Hey, I could piss that out for you right now if you want."
you probably could.
I did. I don't know. I have no idea what makes me say something like that. I have no idea. It was but I did have to go to the bathroom pretty bad. Yeah, but I don't know if I could put a whole fire out. All right, so I'm going to start with the song, and then you know what? I'll start with your sponsor, and then I'll do the song. Okay, because that's usually the way we do it. Ted's Tips, done by Mark, is sponsored by the International Society of Dick Pickers. The ISDP is proud to announce their 2025 Hall of Fame candidates and let everyone know that voting will be open on July 9th. This year's nominees for the coveted Anthony Weiner Lifetime Achievement Award are Jeff Bezos, Brett Favre, and Kanye West. The International Society of Dick Pickers will announce the winner on August 30th, International Dick Pick Day. Bet you didn't know that one. Good luck to all the nominees, and remember, every day is the perfect day to join the millions of men who want to share their junk with the world. Bet you didn't know that that was an actual holiday.
You know what? I actually did.
Oh,
I have that.
Did you celebrate it?
No, it's on. You know, you get those calendars that mark holidays and whatever. It's on my calendar at home.
Is that like the what did you call it, a day? Like, do you ever see those ones where every day you get like a word of the day calendar?
Yeah.
Or like
yeah.
a baseball fact of the day
Right,
calendar.
right.
And this one is just a dick pic of the day. Yeah.
No,
it's just
the one I have is just odd and unique holidays.
Oh, I thought it was actual. Yeah, that. You know what? I could probably make $1 million with that.
But it's also celebrated in Canada on the same day.
No, that's Boxing Day. That's
No, it's
vaginas.
like Boxing
That's
Day.
vaginas. That's a different day.
Okay.
Yeah, it's completely different. Okay. I got a song to sing.
All right.
It's time to tip with Mark. He's gonna make us forget Ted. Well, he will help our listener make certain what he said. In other words, he's our guy. In other words, he will try. Tipping without Ted is new to everyone. It kind of makes you feel like getting kicked right in the bum. In other words, it'll be new. In other words, yes, in other words, Ted, fuck you.
Fuck you.
You know, you're like the songbird of our generation. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the Step Brothers. Never mind.
Little Frank Sinatra. Yeah, bring it. I just decided to go old school.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Frank Sinatra. You know, he loved Jack Daniels so much he was buried with a fifth of it. You know that, right? True fact.
That's such a crazy thing.
It was real. Yeah.
But if he said he wanted to do that, just don't do it. What is he going to come back and haunt you?
I mean, he lived to be like in his 80s, so I mean, obviously it didn't. I mean, think about how much that guy drank and smoked in the 50s as part of the Rat Pack.
Is this your bullshit way of saying that you drinking all that Crown Royal is actually making you healthier and you're going to live longer?
Well, I mean, he had a good life. That's all I'm saying. And I'm just saying he loved Jack Daniels so much he was buried with it. So that's all I'm saying. So
Mark, we're going to buy. Here's what we're going to do. No. We're going to buy a coffin. We're going to buy a coffin and we're going to line it with Crown Royal bags.
So here's another interesting fact while we're on that subject real quick. So I guess when Marilyn Monroe was buried, some random dude who obviously had an obsession with Marilyn Monroe, who's married, by the way, asked to be buried like she's in a mausoleum somewhere, wherever
Jesus
she
Christ.
is. Asked to be buried like in the plot, wherever facing her, like so her her plot's like this and he's like this. Looking down at her
with an erection.
We're on a podcast, Ted.
Okay, I'm just saying. That's
Okay,
weird.
so facing down towards her,
yeah.
like he's laying on top of her.
Yeah,
I know what. You know what? I knew you were going to say that.
You know, I'm glad I got something for Ted. I told you guys my mom went to an estate sale and bought all these golf balls.
Yes.
So I found I'm cherry picking all the Pro V ones for myself. So I got like 24 Pro V ones out of there.
I thought you were going to say for him.
And I have they're awesome because a lot of them are like higher numbers, like 84, 81, 23.
Okay.
But anyway, one says, I'm not making this up, and I've seen this before. Ted. I have a Pro V1 with it just says Ted on it.
I'll take that ball.
I know. I forgot it at home.
I'm not going to use it, of course. I'll just.
Isn't that hilarious?
No, that's all right. You know what?
I've seen that before.
Once he hits it into the woods, it'll go back to another guy named Ted. And some guy will find it and go, I know a guy named Ted. Yeah. All right, we got to get to this tip. I'll ask you what I ask Ted every time. Mark, are you ready?
Did you send it to me?
For your tip.
Hang on, I didn't get it.
So are you going to run through all the things? So this, not only are you going to do a tip, but you're going to run through all the things that Ted does. Is that what this
Right.
is? Okay. Ted, I need some help. My boyfriend is great. He doesn't sound. As soon as I read this, I was just like, my boyfriend is great.
This is passive aggressive
Ready
coming
for
up
this?
right
Ready for
now.
this? Except for these 11 things. No. Awesome job, funny, and we are. I love that she included this part.
Very.
And we are very compatible sexually. Not compatible.
Yeah.
Very compatible.
Okay.
Okay. So
It's trending in the right direction. Yeah.
He has one annoying problem. He is constantly telling me about sports stuff. I watch Cowboys games if they are on, and I can stomach a college basketball game a couple of times a year. I pretend to care about what he's watching, but now he's telling me about trades, plays, and God help me, drafts. I really need a nice way to get him to stop. It's becoming nails on a blackboard. Jacinta, 27, Dallas, Texas. Then she added, I know you guys like cool things. We have a tequila fest coming up in August. You guys would love it.
Ooh.
God damn. If you went to Dallas and then just
In
drank
August,
tequila
yeah,
for a day in
In
August.
100% humidity. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm sure everything will work out just fine.
That'd be a great last day of your life. Like, how'd he die? Well, obviously, first of all, we put him above the guy above Marilyn Monroe just so he could get a threesome.
I want to face the guy above Marilyn, so I would be facing that guy.
Yeah. And we think he died happy. Yeah, we do. We honestly do. All right, Mark, help Jessina.
All right, Jessina. Unfortunately, you're asking the wrong guy.
Well, that just ruined it. Oh.
And
No,
moving on.
Tip
she's
over.
asking Ted. I'm Mark, so I'm doing
Okay,
it.
but
That's what I
yeah.
meant. So, okay. All right, this is easy. All right, I want you to stop pretending. Okay. You listening, Matt?
Stop faking orgasms?
No. All right. So I have a couple solutions, but I think I'm just going to jump right into it. Okay. Here's what you need to do. You need to say, look, honey, I know all this information. I know they're very knowledgeable and you have all this information on sports, but it's really being wasted on me. I know it's just being wasted on me. You're amazing. All this stuff you have, you're constantly filling my ears with this. I want you. What the fuck's going on,
There's a
Ted?
gnat in front of my face. Just a
Yeah.
fly. There's a fly. That's all.
Okay.
Ted was poo-pooing. You're
very-
ridiculous.
No,
Yeah.
No, go
No,
ahead.
it was
go
good.
ahead.
So-
This is good.
Yeah, your stuff
Tell
is-
him that he needs to start a podcast. Podcast would be a perfect venue for him to rant all he wants to a captive audience, get it all out of his system. So what you do is you get him so
That's pretty
so
good.
you get him a podcast startup kit. They're on Amazon for anywhere from $40 to like $400. Get the middle of the road one, $95. Set him up in his own studio, whatever extra room you have in your apartment or your house. Give him his own space, and just have at it, honey. This stuff is so good, honey. You know, just quick, get to the studio. You're wasting it on me. Stop what you're talking about. Get in the studio right
Baby,
now.
that's perfect podcast
Yes.
material. No,
Don't
no.
waste
no.
it on
Shh,
me.
shh, shh. Don't. Write it down.
Yes.
Write it down.
Go.
And
Go
yeah.
now.
Go. Yeah.
and,
go.
and share it with people. I mean, I appreciate it, but share it with people who really appreciate
Yeah.
it.
No, you wouldn't. Ted,
appreciate
sports podcasts are the worst.
But don't.
No, this is the tip.
Don't let. Yeah, I mean, so
She's gonna get rid of this guy.
get him a start. So as a gift, get him a startup podcast. Kit on Amazon. Like I said, they're $40 to $400. Get one for $100.
Yeah. And
Set him up in his own room, and just butter him up. Listen, you're really good. I mean, you're always talking about this. I'm not the person you should be telling this to. You should be telling this to the whole world.
yeah, and you know what he could do? He could get a couple of his jag-off friends, and he could just start spewing out all of his random thoughts for like 4 years
Yeah.
with his jag-off friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so basically, he's gotten it out of his system. Hopefully,
Yeah, he's going to pewt around.
There's a limit,
She's not going to have to hear
yeah.
it.
There's a limit to how much sports you could talk about, right? So you figure if he talks about sports for 2 hours, he's not going to want to. Hopefully, not to want to talk about sports
right.
with her. Yeah, because he's
That's
got it
the
out of
whole
his system.
point.
But hold on,
That's
hold
the
on.
point.
But
Yeah.
Mark, what if this backfires?
Well, I
And-
got a backup plan.
But what if the idea is perfect, But what if it backfires and he says, "Baby, today I'm going to talk about," and he starts going through all the stuff that he wants to talk about on a show with her to see if if she can say what's good and what's bad, and now it's going to be even worse. It's going to multiply.
What if he invites her on the show?
No, but he just like, "Oh, this week I'm going to talk about this. Do you think it's a good idea?" And she'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
In
man?
that
This
case,
is
then
terrible.
you stop pretending, okay, and you
And you
introduce him to a topic, to your hot topic, like what you're into,
drinking fentanyl.
and give him a dose of his own medicine. So just say, listen, okay, I'm not into this anymore. I'm not pretending, but I'm being nice. I've been listening to this, so I'm into this. I know you're not into it, so let's do this. Every time you start bringing up this sports talk shit, I get to 50% you, and then I get to talk 50% of my hot topic stuff. Or you could just get a dog and have him talk to the dog, or just fucking
Talk to the dog.
I mean,
Or you do go to the nuclear option and just withhold sexual favors. That's the nuclear option.
Ted, I think she wants she doesn't want to.
No.
Ted, by the way,
They're sexually
they are very,
very
compatible
Okay.
sexually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like she's a good actress.
But why would then it wouldn't be compatible. Then she'd just be, I fake all my orgasms and I want this guy to die.
Well, what if she's faked some of them? Well, that's another story.
I mean, if it's
Yeah,
not,
but that's a good
if
idea,
the
though.
podcast, if setting him up in his own room with a starter podcast,
like a little kid.
closed door.
Yeah.
So listen, you could have a backup plan for the podcast room thing. Ted, what's a gas that could seep in the room that's not going to hurt him? It's going to knock him out.
Every time. Great show, honey. He just wakes up.
Not carbon monoxide, because that would kill him. So
would kill him.
maybe carbon dioxide would slowly choke off the oxygen
Ted,
supply.
no. We just want
I
to
don't wanna
knock
die, I
out.
wanna knock
you
out.
goof.
Oh.
Ted, you know what the problem is?
Or maybe a chloroform microphone.
Does this microphone smell like chloroform? No, you know what the problem you're asking Ted is he only knows the way to kill someone,
No, I
not
said
to like
we don't wanna kill
not to
them.
like disable them. Yeah,
Well,
but you're not a disabler,
no, but-
Ted. You're a murderer.
No, but what are they killing people with now? Nitrous oxide, right? They're using that for executions.
No, carbon dioxide.
No, they're using no, they're not using carbon dioxide. They're using nitrous oxide for
Laughing
executions.
gas?
No,
From, like, the-
no nitrogen. They're using pure
Nitrogen.
pure. Yeah, so you're gonna pipe in pure nitrogen, but not enough to kill them. Just
But
enough
he's
to
a cigar smoker.
just enough to disable them.
Jesus Christ. No, I will tell you this. That is a genius idea.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so it's like taking a 5-year-old and just so you're basically treating him like a child. You're just saying you're going to divert his attention away from her.
Yeah,
and give him a shiny little new toy called a microphone and headphones, and put him in a room by himself, and let him.
And the second he starts bringing it up, honey, stop.
Yeah.
Get to the podcast room
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Right now. And he's going to get all excited and everything. He shuts the door. He's gone for 2 hours. You can do whatever you want.
So, baby, this is
She
pure,
could
this
actually lock the door from the outside too.
Yes.
Yeah, and so, baby, this is pure gold. You can't just waste it on me, please.
Yeah.
Share it with the world.
You know what? I don't know if that one was good enough. Why don't you do it again and give it a little more energy? Yeah, the whole thing. No, the whole 4 hours. Do the entire thing. But first, just give me a give me a nice little ride. Just give me a nice little roll in the hay, but don't talk. Yeah, there's absolutely no talking whatsoever. Okay, I gotta like this so far, Ted. Mark, I'm gonna say Mark hit at least a triple with 2 guys on.
Yeah, I don't think I would have come
At
up with
least
that.
a triple.
I think my tip would have been pretty lame. I don't even know what it would have said.
It would have been terrible.
Yeah.
It would have been absolutely terrible. You would have something about poison. yeah, something about something. I don't know. But now you have a movie mentioned. We're not going to do it now.
Okay.
Yeah, but you've got. I mean, got
Did you really print out like 7 pages?
I print out a couple of different things, Mark.
That's not all for the movie.
Some of them are
mention.
not movie mentions. Some of them are just talking points for just current events.
What?
That's okay.
He you know how Ted gets upset. You do too. That I don't let you guys talk about what you want to talk about, and I kind of dominate it. So Ted brought some stuff to talk about. Yeah.
If we get to it,
Here,
if we,
Ted,
if we
no,
don't-
let's go ahead. Go. If you got something you brought, yeah, let's.
but not the movie.
No, not the movie. No, but if you have, don't even, Mark, don't look. Ted's got a Wikipedia on a really nice movie. Mark, I don't know if you've ever heard it. It's called The Godfather. Yeah, it's about a guy who believes in God, and he's an excellent father.
He's a father of
I
5.
don't know what's going to happen here.
I know. I want to know.
So obviously the current event has been Jeff Bezos marrying Lauren Sanchez at this I guess it was a $50 million wedding in Italy, and I guess it was like over the top. And so the funny thing is, like, obviously all the important people in the world, were invited.
Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah
and
Winfrey,
this is what I heard: some Kardashians and some Jenners. That was the description I heard.
And so the funny thing is, so some of them weren't invited. So the funny thing is, so Kylie Jenner who I guess is the younger one. I guess
she's the hotter one.
But she was wearing like a white dress, which I guess is like a faux pas at a wedding. So like, obviously,
aren't you not supposed to
she's
wear
wearing
white?
Like she's like wearing a white dress, and
Well,
you think she would know
she
that.
needs something see-through so everybody could.
Well, she's all about look at me. So I guess Rosie O'Donnell, one of my
Oh my God!
one
Please tell me she was wearing a sack.
No, she wasn't invited, so she was basically bashing the wedding. She basically said Rosie O'Donnell eviscerates Jeff Bezos and fake fembot Lauren Sanchez for gluttonous $50 million wedding, saying he sold his soul.
Hold on a second. Is Jeff Bezos having a $50 million wedding pretty much the same as me having a $4,000 or $20,000 wedding? I mean, he's got all the money in the entire world.
So I guess he's 61, and I guess this Lauren Sanchez is 55. But the funny thing, it looks like she did have some surgery.
Oh my God.
She did.
You printed out color fucking photos.
I didn't mean to print the whole thing.
Oh my God!
I didn't mean to print the whole thing.
Did you have color photos of Jeff Bezos' wife?
Did you?
Ted.
Let's. You just ruined everything.
That's
You
what
got
he
a picture
printed.
of Rosie O'Donnell too.
You have a full-page printout of Rosie O'Donnell.
Orlando Bloom was invited. The Kardashians were among star-studded
Do you
guests.
know Orlando Bloom dick picked, by the way? Since we're talking about International Dick Pic Day.
He printed out a full page of color.
I didn't mean to print the whole thing.
Oh my God!
Wow, you're
And
busy.
I just ruined.
Teddy,
he
your
just
boss. When your boss
just took
finds
all
out
my
that you
stuff.
printed
Ted,
20 pages
here,
I printed
of
this.
Jeff Bezos' wife, and you don't even have a big
You're like a
picture of her.
moron,
You have a big picture of Rosie O'Donnell's face.
So listen, the point I'm trying to make is Rosie O'Donnell.
Send that to me.
Okay, the point I'm trying to make is Rosie O'Donnell, who this is her own word. She obviously lives in Ireland. She does, because the United States isn't good enough for her, so she doesn't even live in the United States anymore.
Ted, if I could move, I would.
Yeah, but listen.
I've had enough.
So this is the woman who said Lyle Menendez of the Eric and Lyle Menendez
we
duo
heard
who
this.
murdered.
She
basically said Lyle Menendez is the only straight
Babysit
male.
my kid. Blah 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 blah.
Is the only straight male that I trust. So that's
babysit
the
her
source.
kids.
That's the source of this. Yeah, or he'd make a good stepfather. Yeah, or whatever.
Okay.
So that's the source right there. So the point is, obviously $50 million. How many African villages could you have helped? I mean, I get
Could you
it.
buy?
Yeah. Well, I mean, just you could help. I mean, how many poor people in the world, or how many kids could you send to college or make their life better? Okay, look. Okay, we're celebrating Jeff Bezos' penis being exclusively with Lauren Sanchez's vagina forever. Hey, congratulations. And you know what the thing is? He's got a thing for Hispanic women. He's got a Hispanic women fetish. That's why he did it.
What?
It's really that simple.
Wow, you are really
no,
on
Was
a
his
roll
first
here.
wife Hispanic?
No, but yeah.
No, but that
course
proves
not.
it.
No,
Mark,
no,
that proves it.
well,
He dumped her
yeah.
for a Hispanic girl.
Yeah, but I'm saying he does have a Hispanic. I think he dated somebody before her that was Hispanic. So I'm just saying that he's
not
got
a fetish
He's got
if you have a-
he's got a thing for Hispanic women. That's his go-to move. Like he was married to a white chick, but that's not his thing.
Can I ask you a question?
No. No, you may not.
You saw a headline on page 6, and you just hit fucking print, right? Because you printed the advertisement. Some of these pages have nothing but photos.
Look, I didn't mean to print
This
this.
is hilarious.
Actually, the only thing I meant to print, I just meant to print the
You could have
text.
printed a half a page. There's no text.
I just meant to print the text.
There's no text.
Ted, isn't Jeff Bezos? Wait a minute. Yeah, keep that. I want that picture of Rosie O'Donnell's face. Isn't Jeff Bezos spending $50 million on a wedding the same as some jagoff buying a golf course? I mean, it helps no one.
I don't understand why anybody even gives a fuck about
but
this.
they did show a photo.
Who cares how much money somebody spends on their wedding?
Yeah, but,
Yeah, they really-
But,
but they
50,
play-
50 million is a lot of money.
I know.
Do you realize that I found a website and I did not do anything with it, and I was going to. That I was going to ask you guys what they served, what the menu was. I found a website that had all the food that was served at Jeff Bezos' wedding.
What about the gifts? Each guest.
I didn't even look at that.
I don't think
Do you
they
see
made
the
it up.
gifts? How much it cost per guest?
How much? I didn't know.
What, he was giving stuff to people? That
Yeah,
showed
they
up?
had. Yes,
This is like the Academy Award. Wait a minute.
they had a goodie
Like a
bag.
gift-
They
like a
had
gift
rooms in the best hotel, and they had this. I mean,
Wait a
it
minute.
was insane.
If I went to that wedding, if I would have accepted the invitation, I would have gotten a gift?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Oh, this is, you know what? I'm never turning down another wedding invitation from a billionaire.
So this is her before and after whatever she did to her.
Yeah.
So
Ted, was she much prettier beforehand?
Oh, my
before
God.
yeah, she was prettier beforehand.
Yeah, she's
Now
way
looks-
prettier beforehand.
Now she looks like the line lady
That's
from.
not true, dude. That's just,
Do you
that's
think
pretty
that's
sure-
is that
no,
a
I'm
deep-
pretty sure that's
I
accurate.
think that's accurate.
I'm pretty sure it's accurate. She wanted bigger this and bigger that and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. Yeah, if you look at a picture of his wife, but you know what? That's her choice.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Of course, yeah.
But I think
fucking clown.
Yeah, I'm just saying when you have unlimited
Yeah.
money, you can do what you want. But the point is, what if they just had a $20 million wedding?
They spent,
$50 million.
$50,000 a guest.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. He's worth all the money in the world, and yeah, he deserves it. Blah blah blah. But the point is, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should, right? I'm not saying
no.
get married at the courthouse, but I'm saying you couldn't have a $15 million
I
wedding.
disagree.
His
I disagree.
ex-wife, to date, and she's still not done, has already donated $19 billion. $19 billion.
Yeah,
She's
that's-
given away everything she got from him, and
In the
she's
divorce,
still going.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
divorce,
20 billion more. That's 20 billion more than Trump and Musk have combined have donated to anyone ever.
Well, they-
to legitimate
they've stolen
anything.
more.
I guess here's the big takeaway: why even get married? Why not just live together? I mean, do you need to? Because
What's he going to do? Lose half of his money?
No, but
Then what's he going to have?
But I'm saying
still
that
have?
I guess there was the delay in the marriage because they had to whatever elaborate prenup she needed to sign. She apparently signed it. But the point is, at this day and age,
that's a picture of his first wife,
that's
Mackenzie.
his first wife. Yeah. But
Yeah,
why
she's
why even get married? You know, why not just live with the woman? Live on your super yacht or something. You know, I mean, hey, you know what?
Ted, it's a life choice.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, it's just like
It's
walking
really
up to it's like
amazing,
walking
Ted.
up to a guy and going like, "Hey, why are you gay?" He was like, "What?" Yeah, I'm asking you, why are you gay? He's like, "I don't know, because
I'm
Jeff
not trying
Bezos
to-
has $5 million, $50 million."
I'm not trying to be mean here, but if we gave a fourth grader the assignment, this is what it would look like.
exactly.
This is exactly what a third or fourth grader would do.
You just put your chocolate in my peanut
I
butter.
mean, this what you printed out here.
You unstapled
and-
my orderly paperwork.
He would stand in front of class. My assignment is the Jeff Bezos wedding.
Jimmy,
Here's
did you
what
just
I will
print
say.
page 6
Yeah.
from your mom's computer?
Rosie
All
O'Donnell
color.
had this to say about Jeff Bezos.
Actually,
This article is
that's-
basically
that's what my movie
four,
mentions.
2 paragraphs, and you printed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Well, most of those articles are just
8,
pictures after you. Yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12 pages.
Oh, don't forget the Rosie O'Donnell 13.
13
We're keeping
pages.
that one. I want
9
that
of them
one.
are color photos. This is like a TMZ fucking bullshit thing.
Yeah.
Page 6.
Well, you know, most of us are visual learners, so you guys needed to see some high
Well, Ted
def
wanted,
color
yeah,
photos.
Ted wanted to see
Oh,
what.
yeah.
plus a porn pic.
Oh yeah.
This must have been the page you were on before.
Oh, that
you
was
went
page.
to
Yeah,
this.
that's before. I forgot
You
to
hit print too soon.
I forgot to
Ted.
minimize that page. My bad. I forgot to clear history.
Hardcore hotties. Oh, wait a minute. What am I supposed to be doing?
Note to
oh, yeah,
self.
Jeff Bezos' wedding.
Note to self: clear search history early and
Okay.
often. All right.
So, Mark, we've learned a valuable lesson. Ted does not get to choose what we talk about on the show.
Did you do this
ever.
at work?
Yes, of course
No.
you did.
No,
You think Ted's got a printer at home? Yeah.
I made a small donation.
He is not.
Picture of
There's-
Orlando Bloom.
You know, it's funny seeing people who think they're important, you know, show up, or you know,
So,
of course they're not important.
I didn't know this. Orlando Bloom was married to Katy Perry.
Was he married to? I thought they were just dating for like
a long
7
time,
years.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no. You're right.
He's
They
dating.
were dating for 9 years.
Yeah.
They decided to set a date for their wedding, and then they broke up like 3 weeks.
Yeah. Now
months
he's
after.
seen some other chicks. So
Why
yeah,
does
so what else?
Jeff Bezos looks like Paul fucking Schaefer in this picture? Looks like Paul Schaefer.
He does. Oh my
Yeah.
God, he looks just like Paul Schaefer. If you don't know what Paul Schaefer is, he was David Letterman's band
Oh, yeah, that's
guy.
right, the band guy,
Kind
yeah.
of a dorky, bald dude.
Yeah,
He
I
was in
remember
the
him.
Blues Brothers.
Paul Schaefer's in the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, he was in their band. He was the
What?
yeah, he was in their Blues Brothers. Not in the movie, but he was in their band when they toured and stuff.
'cause I'm thinking about I'm thinking about the movie because I watched. So I went to old movie night. I had a couple of drinks. I'm not going to lie to you. I had a couple of drinks,
Couple.
and I started into old movie night. I watched about 10 minutes of Blues Brothers. I'm like, no, that's not what I want. And I watched about 10 minutes of The Running Man. I'm like, that's not what I want. And then I went to Total Recall because I wanted to see a little Sharon Stone. I
Well,
wanted to get.
the new one's coming out, right? Or did they already make that new?
They made one with Colin Farrell.
Yeah, that's out already?
No. That was an older one. Is there another Total Recall? I thought they were making a Running Man.
Oh, that's
They're
the
making
one,
a new
yeah.
Running Man. Yeah, they're making actually 2 Running Men.
Oh.
Yeah, one like remember we talked about
one's-
one like the book and
one's
one
like
like
okay.
one like the movie.
Got it.
But yeah, so I wanted a little Total Recall.
There you go.
Right there, it's right there. I hit it. It says error. The one movie that I wanted to watch is the one that just wouldn't play.
Go figure.
I lost my mind. I literally lost my mind. And if again, it's very late at night.
Yeah.
I've had way too much to drink, and now I'm thinking about, oh God, who the fuck's involved in this? You know what? If I could just find Mr. Roku or Mr. Internet, I would kick the shit out of them right now. Yeah, I was so bummed out. I really wanted.
It's like someone took. Yeah, so when you're looking forward to something and then it's not there, it's like someone took away your shiny new toy.
Yeah, I honestly, I really wanted like the 6-arm guy or the 4-arm guy. I wanted all that. The chick with the 3 tits.
Yeah, you're looking forward to something.
Yeah, I was really kind of pissed off.
Yeah. So anyway, my big takeaway from this wedding is Rosie O'Donnell is obviously an angry, depressed, jealous woman with poor judgment skills.
Ted, there were first of all, there were a lot of people like Rosie O'Donnell who complained about this wedding.
Yeah. Obviously, not the people who were invited and went. Yeah. So obviously, somebody didn't complain about it.
None of this matters. I mean, I don't care.
No,
about
it doesn't
any
matter.
of
No,
this.
of course none of it matters. This podcast doesn't matter, but we have to talk about something because we need clickbait.
That's true. Because if we don't, then I'm going to bother my wife with all the stupid shit that I would say here instead of saying it here.
If we don't talk about something interesting,
Cheryl, mission accomplished.
Then people will stop listening to us.
I wonder in the history of all podcasts, I wonder if like 1% were anything other than someone's significant other, man or woman, whatever it is, telling them to just do a podcast so they didn't have to listen to their shit anymore.
Well, just like the sports guy from like Jacinta,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Justina.
That's what I'm saying.
Justina,
like
yeah.
all of them.
Yeah.
It's really weird. Okay, all right. I have another job, by the way. And I love these jobs where it would be embarrassing to tell somebody you do this. Okay.
Okay.
All right, and they all seem to be, unfortunately, like kind of scientist jobs.
Yeah.
That I have so far, but I found another one. Okay. This is something I could not admit to. If somebody asked me what my job was, I would tell them I like jerk horses off. But this is what there's some researchers at Rockefeller University, and this is what they're doing for a job. You ready? They're giving mouse babies the human language gene.
There's a pattern here with you and these things.
I can't.
Scientists and mice.
Yeah, you're right. Because here's why. So we have a gene in us that is completely different. Our human language gene is completely different than it's the one small gene that we have that all other animals on the planet have. This, all the other ones.
Right.
We have this one extra one, and now we have given it to mouse babies.
So it's gonna be like a Dr. Dolittle thing. You want animals to talk to see what they have to say.
So this is what they're saying. They have evidence that the mouse babies with the new gene squeak better, have more complicated interactions, and this was the part that was weird because they've been growing them for a while. This has been happening. When they get older, they're better able to chat up potential mates and beat out wild non-human language gene mice for those mates.
Yeah, because they're genetically superior now. Of course.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So can I just say this? Don't be surprised when the mice take over the earth. We've literally given them everything that they could possibly need to get rid of us. Yeah,
well,
it will happen.
But here's the thing: why wouldn't they do that to like primates? So we're genetically 99% the same as, say, I think it's called the bonobos. It's like some type of monkey. But yeah, we're 99% the same genetically. So why wouldn't we give the human talking gene to one of them, since they're like just a step away from?
Ted, I'll tell you why. Because we've all seen the Planet of the Apes. Okay, we've all seen Planet of the Apes. What we haven't seen is Planet of the Mice. Okay, so the mice seem safe. They seem small. They seem like it's not going to be a problem, but it's going to be a problem. But yeah, they're never going to do that.
You don't want to see a chimp with a British accent talking to you?
Ted, the chimp thing is, I mean, it's probably going to happen. But the mice thing will be what really takes us down.
My favorite chimp story is still the guy with the birthday cake who gave a chimp a cake for his birthday, but he didn't give cake to the other chimps, and they got pissed. they took care of his ass.
That's the best story ever.
What?
Yeah, this is like 2 years ago we talked about this.
Some guy, he ran like some type of, what do you call it?
Why don't I remember this?
Well, it's been a long time, but yeah, he runs some type of, like chimp reserve or something. So yeah, so it was a chimp's birthday. So he brings a birthday cake with the candles onto the chimp, but he only gave it to that chimp, and the other chimp saw that. Oh yeah.
Remember the picture I put on our website was a chimp with the birthday candles?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
They didn't like that.
No, dude, they remembered it.
Oh my God, dude, that's a terrible idea. No, what are you talking about?
Well, you're saying you think the guy would have more common sense because he runs a chimp reserve, so you think he'd be intimately know chimps' behavior and how social they are and how smart they are, it's kind of like dealing with a
And
velociraptor.
how sexy they can
yeah.
be.
Now it's
They're
not like
smarter than him.
Now it's not like Chris Pratt holding up his hand to stop a pack of murderous velociraptors. Because this isn't the movies. This is real life.
So I golfed yesterday, and we came off the course, and the cars on either side of us were gone at this point, and there was a golf ball right next to my car. I parked in that normal spot off the ninth green.
Oh, a tam, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so a ball float, yeah.
I don't know. There was nothing wrong with my car, but I picked up the ball, and we talked about not marking your ball. It was a printed ball. It was a ball that somebody had, professionally printed. It said Bob.
because that's not the most common name ever.
Bob hit his ball by my car.
Jimmy Mara puts his name on a ball. I'm like, you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just
I
stupid.
just
As
put
bad as he plays,
I just
sometimes?
put my social security number on it. Just the last four.
Well, I have your
just in
Titleist
case.
Pro V1, Ted.
Thank you. That's mine now.
Yeah. I just put my bank account number and my password on it. Because I don't lose that many balls. So if you're lucky enough to find it, you're going to get a couple dollars. Yeah. All right. Wow. Before we get to Ted's movie mention, this is really messed up.
Wait, it's Mark's movie mention.
Mark's movie mention.
Ted's doing it.
Presented by
You
Ted.
didn't call Ted's Tips Mark's Tips.
I did.
No, you didn't say Mark's Tips. You said Ted's Tips.
But presented by Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Okay.
you just
Yeah,
said Ted's
sorry.
movie
Yeah,
mention.
so Mark doesn't want to take ownership of this in case it goes south. I don't blame him. So
Yeah, I don't know why you would. Yeah, I don't know why you would want to just throw your name in front of something Ted's going to do. That seems really stupid, but that's fine. This is messed up, and it happened here in Chicago last week, and it's kind of weird and messed up. You guys probably heard the story. The Arizona Diamondbacks were playing against the White Sox, and a Chicago White Sox fan yelled to one of the players on the Diamondbacks. Okay, this is what he yelled. Okay, I sent your mom a text last night. That's what he yelled to this guy. Now here's why it's fucked up.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't know.
So this is right. So So this is why it's kind of fucked up. This guy's mom died. Yeah. So he yelled that to the player.
And he probably knew that.
No,
No,
he
didn't.
knew that. But here's the weird part, and it's a terrible thing to do.
Of course he knew his mom was dead, Ted.
Yeah, he knew his mom was dead. He knew this player's mom was dead.
And by
No,
the way-
the player knew his mom was dead. The guy in
And
the
the
stand-
player also.
I think. Wait. I think this idiot fan. I think he's only like 21 too.
But the idiot fan did not know his mom was dead.
No, he did.
How do you know?
He knew that the guy's mom was dead. But here's the weird part. It's 2025. The guy's mom, the player he yelled at, she died in 2017.
I know.
She died
Yeah, I saw
8
that, yeah.
years ago.
I know.
So
This
here's what
nothing
happens.
makes sense in this whole.
The whole thing doesn't make
hoopla.
sense,
Yeah.
right? So he yells this to the guy, and he's out in the outfield, I think, or something, and he says, I sent a text to your mom last night, and the guy just breaks down crying.
Yeah.
See,
I heard about
this
that.
is why I don't think the fan knew that his mom was dead. Because mom jokes are things. I mean, you say that all
plus
the
the guy's
time.
only 20. I think the guy who did it is only like 21 years old. So that means he would have been like what 13 or something when.
Yeah, that is kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody does that. Like, hey, talk to your mom last night. You
Yeah.
know, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean. I think he was just being a jagoff and doing the mom thing.
Oh, remember?
Yeah,
back in the
I
day,
thought
we
the
did
guy's-
mom jokes all the time.
So I thought that this guy's mom literally just passed away, like
So
at
did
the
I.
beginning of the season.
Yeah.
So did I.
Or
I
like
He's
said-
crying, and then the coach comes out.
Yeah.
He was a pitcher, I think, right?
No, he's. I think he's
outfielder.
second base or outfield.
Yeah, I think he's like a star player.
He's
yeah.
less-
yeah, but
I think he's one of the best players.
yeah,
in the
but
game
I won
right
the
now.
story. I read the story too, and it's like then it said the mom died in 2017, and then the guy who oh, by the way, this guy got banned from every major league stadium. Like he's
Allegedly.
barred. Yeah.
Allegedly,
So
yeah.
So he didn't text his mom, just for
He
clarification.
did not text his player's mom, or if he did, he didn't get an answer because she died 8 years ago.
yeah, when
I
he
don't know
was
how
when
had
it would
her
have been
number.
when he would have been like 13 or 15.
Yeah,
Yeah, so.
and so I'm not
But
saying
if his mom hadn't have died in 2017, would this be an issue?
I mean,
Like if he was doing this to somebody, a player whose mom was still alive and could receive a text message, would this player say, "Wait a minute, you text my mom last night"? Like the
No, I think the issue is
motherfucker.
No, the issue is the same as the Moises Alou thing. It wasn't what the fan said. It was the player's reaction. Just like when that Steve Bartman ball, they like it allegedly interfered with it, and Moises Alou like freaked out and
Yeah,
basically
he's
pointed
the
it.
one that-
And that's they blamed Bartman for that, right? Because Moises Alou's reaction was so negative. If this guy would have just been a professional, I'm not saying what he did was wrong, but if he didn't start crying, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah.
So he obviously his reaction was very, I think so. Maybe the guy's super close to his mom, but like I said, it's questionable that this dumb kid knew his mom.
This
I
whole
didn't think
thing
about
is
it. That
fucking
it
stupid.
does seem overly weird that you would. I mean, 7 years. I mean, if I was going to fuck with a player, and I
8 years,
never
yeah.
would.
Yeah.
I never would. But maybe I would have when I was 21.
Yeah.
Maybe I would have.
Yeah.
I think I would have been more relevant, like more recent.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Or I mean, well, at the very least, if he did know that this player's mom had passed away 8 years ago, he really did. He must have been like, all right, I'm really going to target this guy. Let me do some research on this guy. I got tickets next month for this game. I'm going to go deep on this guy. I mean, what did he do? Research to find out that his mom died when he was 13?
Yeah, because in the player bio, the player bio is not going to say.
Yeah, I
anything
mean,
like
wouldn't
that,
it-
right?
would it be-
how would he even know this? I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
It does seem weird. Like I mean, I could see if he like I went to the cemetery with a shovel last night and I met your mom for a date. Okay,
but
that's terrible.
answer my
That's
question.
terrible.
I mean, what if he did this to a player whose mom was still alive? Would this be an issue?
I don't
But
know.
because
I guess
she's dead, all of a sudden it's a big issue.
Well, I mean, obviously there's heckling at ball games, and like I said, I don't know.
No,
what
I mean
the heckling,
seriously,
yeah.
think about it.
Right, but I'm saying
What do you guys think?
yeah,
if-
really. I mean,
If he said something to a player on the
Yeah, of
field
course
whose
not.
mom was still alive,
Yeah, of course not.
He's just joking.
It's silly. Yeah, it's silly
It's
because
silly.
it's not believable. But the point is, you know, the reason we're having this conversation is because the player's reaction. Like, when's the last time a major league player started to break out in tears from what a heckler said? I mean, that's pretty rare, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm thinking about all the horrible
here's
things.
the problem. I don't think I would have if I was this. It's Kettle Marte. He's an excellent player.
Yeah,
the Diamondbacks.
for sure.
Well, again, one of the best players. He's an MVP candidate.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think that I would have done any reaction or said anything about it because at some point he's going to go to Philadelphia or Boston, and those people are. You think Chicago?
oh, it's ridiculous.
those fucking
Yeah.
people are horrible.
They say Philadelphia is like the word, like at Eagles games. They say those
Yeah.
Philadelphia fans
Boston,
are like.
Boston in general, the East Coast
yeah.
in general. Boston is insane.
Now, I don't know what heckling fans say, but I'm sure it's
yeah,
at the
I mean,
bottom
all
of the barrel
he's done
stuff.
is
yeah.
set himself up.
He could have turned around and said, "Dude, my mom's dead."
Yeah.
And I bet you that fan would have shut the fuck up.
I mean, he could have just
I bet
ignored
you he
it,
would've-
like 99% of things. Because
Yeah.
I mean, how much horrible, awful things do you think fans say to players from other teams? I mean,
While they're actively playing, so like
Yeah.
it's funny. That's why golf's like so weird because it's like they demand absolute silence when someone's hitting the ball. But like every other sport, I mean, you're screaming at those people, at the players at the top of your lungs, saying, "I'm sure awful stuff."
God-awful
Yeah, I
things.
mean, but you're
God-awful
probably just going right up to the line so you won't get kicked out. But I mean, whatever you're saying is probably just offensive enough where I don't know what people say, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Again, let's just focus on Philadelphia and Boston. That they go, they take that line that you can cross. They jump over that line. They take a shit on that line. Then take a shit on the player. Yeah, I mean,
So red lines are meant to be crossed,
It
yeah.
just seems like he completely ignore it. Okay, maybe he's having a bad day. Completely ignore it. Whatever. Walk off the field. Don't play anymore. Do whatever. I mean, you don't need the best player in the league to beat the White Sox. They fucking suck.
Yeah.
Right. But don't talk about it out loud. I just feel like sports fans in general are just they really feel like once they pay for the ticket, they can do anything.
Well, they can't.
Yeah, but you
obviously.
could. I mean, you I don't know.
But the point is, here what's going to happen now. So let's say,
Well, I mean, you should be able to say you suck.
yeah. Well, that's
okay,
common.
you suck.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hate you.
So does your ma.
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
that guy's banned
Wait,
from
so-
every
so-
fucking
yeah, so-
stadium
so
in the
let me-
league.
Yeah, I just
It's
doesn't see
over
bannable.
with. That
That's what
guy,
I mean.
oh my God, his mom's dead. You're done.
So let's just
never
say-
go to a professional
yeah.
sports game again.
Right. So let's just say this guy goes to play in Philadelphia or Boston or New York, and then so does this mean like he can never be heckled again because of this? Like he's going to break down and
Oh,
cry?
wow. What
Are they
would-
going to ban like the entire right field bleachers if where they say, hey,
You're gonna have a
That's
no
a
heckling.
Philadelphia chant.
no heckling section.
Yeah. No, that's literally
Earmuffs.
Yeah, you
Earmuffs.
know, your sister died in a car crash. I mean, that's the kind of shit that they do. That's how horrible.
We're
they
going to
are.
give noise cancellation headphones while he's playing, so so he can't hear anybody.
Dude, I don't know.
Dude, I mean, if the game's on the line, and you're a Philadelphia, fan. If you're a
Yeah,
Phillies fan,
get to
you're
the
like
World
you
Series.
got to get this.
Oh,
you got to
yeah.
get this.
Oh, and
guy's
on a
head.
side,
make him cry.
yeah, and a side,
Make him cry.
So on a side note, actually, right before that happened, there was a track athlete, I guess, and she was being mercilessly heckled by this dude who made a sports bet against her, and I guess she lost the race or something, and they were blaming the fan because he didn't touch her or anything, but the point is he was like heckling her so badly, and I guess he had a vested interest in her losing, and they barred this guy too.
Hey,
so
don't
that actually
hate the
happened.
player, hate the game.
Yeah.
You think if they did some real research and they found out the root cause of this deep traumatic heckling of these professional athletes is gambling. These people are gambling. So now they're going to a dark place to get in these athletes' heads. So now we should probably stop. We should ban gambling. That would work? Yeah, no way. No fucking way. This is just
Well,
bad.
you saw the commercials they do. The Big Ten has a commercial.
I know, it's
Or
ridiculous.
the NCAA has a commercial.
You can gamble. You can place bets on games.
No, but
in
there's
stadiums.
Well, we
right
talked
now.
about this. They're sending the athletes, college athletes, like
Yeah.
death threats and all
Yeah.
this kind of stuff because they bet on them and they lost.
Yeah.
So
It's getting out of control, obviously.
Yeah, I think it would be hard here. I think it would be really hard.
But dead mom
for me to
things
sit.
are over the line, Ted.
That's well.
But
I think it'd be
assuming-
hard.
assuming
hold
you
on.
knew.
Let's say there's a girl track athlete doing her thing, and there's a guy sitting next to me who is being beyond a dick. I don't know if I couldn't stop myself from trying to stop him. I mean, at some point you're just watching a game. I don't want to hear any of that shit, right?
Yeah.
Right? I don't want to be. I mean, again, maybe I was a dick when I was 20 or 51. I don't know. Whatever. But
Last week.
I don't. I'm hoping at some point when I was a dick that maybe somebody next to me, and they probably did it, was just like, all right, time to shut the fuck up, or it's an ass kicking time. And then I did.
Well, just the very few major league and minor league games I've been to, and I'm probably not as many as you guys, but yeah, I've heard a little something, but nothing like crazy where like someone's like out of control and screaming at the top of their lungs. Yeah, obviously you want very badly for the other team not to succeed. We know that, right? Is if you're a fan of one team, you don't want
Your home team is better than all other teams, Ted, and all the other teams.
But you
suck.
don't want to see someone get hurt. You don't want to see like the star player on the other team go down with a season-ending injury. And then you hear that a lot where like they cheer when a player. Like I think like one team they didn't like their quarterback, so the home team actually was cheering when this guy
When he
went
went
down with an
yeah.
injury. Yeah. So and the
So-
coach is like that's not right. So
We've taken a turn
yeah.
in this society. I mean, when a heckler.
It's a weird thing, man. It's a weird thing. Like I said, I would hope
There are lines, though. I agree with you, Matt.
those
There
gotta
are
be
lines,
lines.
and they are jumped over all the time. But I mean, this seems like this is not. This is weird. It's
weird.
just because of his reaction.
Well, here-
But, all right,
here-
let's move on.
okay,
We're
let's
beating
move
a dead
on.
horse.
All right. Speak of beating a dead horse, it's time for Mark's movie mentions presented by Ted, or
With
brought
Mark's
to you by Ted.
with Mark's blessing.
Okay,
I blame Mark.
I have a sponsor.
Oh, okay. I mean, I have a sponsor, but okay, go ahead. Rosie O'Donnell.
Yes. Mark's movie mentioned today is brought to you by Rosie O'Donnell's wedding planning company. If you don't have $50 million or a lot of rich friends or famous friends, call Rosie O'Donnell. She can get you in. That's it.
You know what? There's nothing else that needs to be said. Ted, it is time for your movie mention.
Yeah.
What movie do you have for us?
It's actually one of my personal favorites, and I'm not kidding. This actually is one of my favorite movies.
my God.
Since I haven't watched the movie in a long time.
The
like you
Little
guys.
Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid 3.
One of my favorite movies.
You got to
is
talk into the microphone.
SpongeBob SquarePants movie. It came out in 2004.
Is that the title?
The SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Yes,
There was a sponge, but
I know,
SquarePants
but-
movie. Okay.
came out in 2004. I'm trying to emulate Mark's style here. So the runtime is 87 minutes. It had a budget of $30 million, and it grossed $141 million at the box office.
Yeah, SpongeBob is very popular.
Roger Ebert said, if you bear me, yeah.
He's copying you. He's copying.
Critical responses. Okay, so in Rotten Tomatoes, so the SpongeBob SquarePants movie holds an approval Rotten Tomatoes rating of 68% based on 125 reviews, with an average rating of 6.3 out of 10.
Ted, what was your favorite part of SpongeBob SquarePants?
I'll get
the
to
movie?
that. Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times gave the film 3 stars out of 4, calling it the good burger of animation, plopping us down inside a fast food war being fought by sponges, starfish, crabs, tiny planktons, and mighty King Neptune.
So did you mention what year the movie came out?
2004.
Yeah, 2004. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say this. I have not seen the movie, but I have seen the TV show, and it is
Mildly amusing.
it is amusing. I
Yeah,
mean, I haven't
yeah.
seen it in 20 years.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the things I saw,
Right.
they were amusing.
Yeah.
All right. So Ted, what did you think of the movie
Well,
when you watched?
I'm going to get to in a second. So I'm going to go by the cast. So the cast is Tom Kenny as SpongeBob SquarePants, Bill Fagerbaki as Patrick Star and others, Patrick Starfish, Clancy Brown as Eugene
It's
Krabs,
the guy from Coach.
Roger Bumpus as Squidward.
Oh yeah, the tall guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Lawrence as Sheldon J. Plankton. Alec Baldwin as Dennis. Scarlett.
Wait, Alec Baldwin was in this?
Alec Baldwin, yeah,
Wait,
he was the assassin. So, there was an assassin Plankton that was sent to kill to kill SpongeBob and Patrick Starfish. So yeah, it was Dennis. He was the assassin that was hired by Plankton.
Wait a minute. In this movie, there's murder?
There's attempted murder.
There's attempted murder.
Yeah, no one actually gets murdered, but yeah. So Alec Baldwin is Dennis, who's the assassin. Scarlett Johansson is Princess Mindy. Jeffrey Tambor as King Neptune. What wasn't Jeffrey Tambor? Wasn't he in?
Oh my God, he was in one of my favorite favorite TV shows. What was the? He was the sidekick in Larry Sanders Show.
Yeah. You hey Jeffrey Tambor. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and
if you haven't seen the Larry Sanders Show, if you want to go back to the Wayback Machine, it's kind of like an inside. It's kind of like an inside thing on like the Tonight Show and all those things. It's really.
But wasn't
good.
he like some type of Larry David show? Jeffrey Tambor. I remember him.
Oh, he was he was a character in that too.
Yeah, and then David Hasselhoff making a cameo appearance as himself before he was a raging alcoholic. And
wait, Scarlett Johansson was in this?
Scarlett Johansson was Princess Mindy. She was the
holy shit.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. So
I mean, dude, there are a lot
of famous people.
There are a lot of big
somebodies. Yeah.
Wow, this is honestly, I can't believe it. I love the picture.
I just let the record show that Ted just printed every page from the Wikipedia about this movie, and just what did you do? You told us nothing about the film.
I'm telling you right now.
You read off every single person in the movie.
No, I was going through the progression like you did.
Tim Conway and Antonio Banderas are in this movie. Tim Conway.
Well, there was a few of them. I don't know if it was this one because this one came out in 2004. There was I think there was a few.
I think
movies
this
subsequent.
this is the one I'm looking at. Yeah, SpongeBob SquarePants movie 2004. Tim Conway and Antonio. How do you sell to Antonio Banderas 20 years ago when he was
somebody?
He was big time.
Yeah.
How do you sell? I mean,
because it's SpongeBob, man.
An animated
you do
movie
it for free.
Antonio,
you do it for free.
I mean, at one point,
I just love that Hank Kingsley was in it. Hey now, oh fuck you, Hank.
So long story short, okay, the plot is in this film, Plankton, who's the bad,
Hold on, you can't give it away.
No, I'm not giving it away. I'm just giving you the plot. Enacts a plan.
I'm not giving it away. I'm just telling you what happened.
Enacts a plan to discredit his business nemesis, Mr. Krabs, steal the Krusty Krab, Krabby Patty secret formula, and take over the world by stealing King Neptune's crown, and then framing Mr. Krabs for the crime. SpongeBob and Patrick team up to retrieve the crown from Shell City to save Mr. Krabs.
You're just reading Wikipedia
Did
word
you
for
just
word.
put your hand up to me like for me to stop talking?
No, I was just trying to get my point across.
I have a ninja star.
We need to say
throw at
we
your
need
face.
to say we need to say Bikini Bottom from Plankton's role. Okay, so the bottom line is
Ted. What did you like about this movie?
Well, it was like a coming of age movie. So obviously, I think it is when you think about it. It's almost like Stand By Me. So let's think about this. What? So SpongeBob and Patrick, I think the way they're portrayed as like young kids or adolescents in the movie. So they're basically sent on this dangerous journey that's way above their capabilities to somehow retrieve the crown from Shell City. So they're going into uncharted territory, and then they have an assassin on their tail, this Dennis guy, who's who's an angry Plankton, who was hired by Plankton to assassinate them. So and then they got carjacked along the way. They end up at some dicey spots along the way. They end up in a monster-filled trench.
So you're saying this is Mission Impossible?
Mission Impossible.
So you're saying Tom Cruise
and the
inventors of Mission Impossible
wouldn't pull this off.
Stole this.
Yeah.
From
everything comes from SpongeBob. Yeah, exactly. Everything comes from SpongeBob. So yeah, and somehow they navigate all the danger and all the treachery. And I'm not going to give away the ending, but yeah, it's pretty entertaining, and I would recommend it.
SpongeBob dies, right? In the end, he gets a bullet right in the head from the assassin.
No, his mom dies.
No, he rocks out.
Oh, I just figured
to the goofy goober.
I just figured since Alec Baldwin was in here, somebody got shot.
Yeah. He's the goofy goober. I'm a goofy goober. You just got to see the movies.
And have you seen this multiple times?
Well, I'm not going to talk about that, but yeah.
No, I'm asking you. Have you seen this movie multiple times?
I've seen it more than once, but it's been a long time. Yeah, but I didn't realize it came out in 2004. But in my opinion, it's timeless. I would recommend seeing it, preferably with maybe half an edible and your favorite cocktail.
Timeless. So I put it right up there with Chariots of Fire and Godfather and SpongeBob. Exactly. Yeah, right there. That's my.
Now, there's been a few movies after SpongeBob with SpongeBob movies, but it's not the SpongeBob movie. There's only one SpongeBob
the sequels
movie.
The sequels are awful.
Yeah. 2004.
Mark, do you remember watching SpongeBob the movie?
I did like the movie. I like SpongeBob a lot, and I love that movie. I mean,
I never, like I said, I never saw the movie, but I love SpongeBob. It was.
I think you'd be tremendously entertained.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like it was like kind of cutting edge humor, like above. I know it's a cartoon, but I always seemed like it was above a kid's level of cartoon.
Well, a lot of those many cartoons are like that. I mean, all the cartoons I watch are kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, like The Simpsons actually.
Rick and Morty. And,
The Simpsons actually have twice as many
that's
writers.
more for adults.
Yeah.
Though. Rick and Morty
that's
is
way more for adults.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like Adventure Time and the regular show and
Yeah.
SpongeBob and those shows have a lot of adult
themes, yeah. But it's funny they try to portray it as like very innocent, but then once in a while the character will say something that's obviously very sophisticated, that's beyond their capabilities, that kind of lets you know that hey, there's a level of sophistication. It's almost like Columbo, like there's a level of sophistication beneath the surface, even though they're trying to. Exactly.
One more question.
Exactly.
One more question.
Yeah. Right. So I recommend it.
All right, Ted. I don't know. Like our number one fan, Pete, our buddy Pete, who's seen probably every movie Mark has ever mentioned.
Yeah, he's not going to watch this movie.
And has liked almost every single one.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, that would be a shame. He'd be missing out.
Yeah, liked almost every single one. I would be.
He has grandkids,
interested.
so maybe you could watch one. With the grandkids.
Watch it with the grandkids because it's innocent. It's rated G. No one, it's good. It's
Except
good
for the
fun.
murdery stuff and the assassin.
I mean, there's an attempted murder, but it's in a fun way.
But it's on the same genre.
Tom and Jerry was literally. I mean, it was
Tim and Jerry
attempted
was
murder.
like Lilo and Stitch. I mean, they're being the cat, the mouse is executing the cat every other scene.
But
that's
SpongeBob is
true.
following like remember Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, Ren and Stimpy.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
love
I mean
Ren and
it's like the
Stimpy.
same. I
was
mean, they
like
do a lot
violent.
of the type of animation, a lot of the gross stuff. In SpongeBob is
Yeah, but that's
Ren
actually
and
a mild
Stimpy.
that's a mild version. Remember like the Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner? I mean, what happened to that coyote?
Dude, that was like
Yeah.
those guys.
Oh, did you see
Wile E.
some-
Coyote was like a fucking serial
Did
killer.
you see what somebody did? They painted on the side of a fucking bridge. They painted this like 3D thing, making it look like it was a tunnel going through,
no.
and they put the fucking
Wile E. Coyote.
or no, I think it was actually Roadrunner like standing next to it, but a car went.
Oh my god!
I
There's
saw
like,
the picture.
there's like boulders
I
coming
saw
down
it on the news. No, I saw it in the news, and it looks like, and it's got lights and everything. It's somebody. I mean,
Those are.
is this real? I mean, am I?
Haven't you ever
was
seen
this
those
something
on
I
the
saw on
sidewalk?
Instagram? I don't know if it's something on Instagram. I don't know if it's real.
Yeah.
So you remember Droopy Dog back in the day? It was kind of an obscure cartoon. It was Droopy Dog. He talked really slow.
Yes.
He was like a small beagle or something, and he was,
stoned all the time.
Obviously, high. But anyway, so there was
I'm gonna find this.
I remember watching this when I was like a kid, like below the age of 10. So I'm watching Droopy Dog on TV. This is a Saturday morning cartoon, and there was a scene where there's a big dog. It's like the bully dog. That's I guess he's jealous because this girl dog likes Droopy Dog, and he wants to get rid of Droopy Dog. So basically they show him poisoning the dog food for Droopy Dog, and they're going to sit down together because he's pretending to be his friend. And at the last second, Droopy Dog switches the food plate with the big dog, and the big dog eats the poisonous food and just drops dead in front of everybody. And this is when I'm 9-10 years old. So hey, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Teddy, I've said this a million times.
There's been murders. Tom and Jerry, how many murders have been committed?
How many of us?
I take that back. That what I just said about that tunnel thing was not true.
Not true. But yeah, I've said this before.
be.
How we're all not serial killers based on watching the Three Stooges kick the shit out of each other every day. Yeah,
Well, Tom and
Wile E.
Jerry
Coyote.
alone, though. Tom and Jerry
Tom and
alone.
Jerry. All that stuff.
Yeah, Ren and Stimpy's the worst. Ren and Stimpy was like a Tom and Jerry on steroids, because they're setting each other on fire.
Yeah.
They're like shooting each other,
He used, to
executing
give him,
them.
he used to give him baths. Remember Ren?
Hey, the acid bath. He comes out as a skeleton.
Now Ren,
Yeah.
take off your fur. Remember he zippers.
I don't remember that.
And then they go, ah! So there's some serious stuff going on there.
Wow, you guys are way more cartoony than I am. I just don't. I mean, I kind of remember the concept, but I don't remember the actual things.
Yeah.
All right. So last thing.
Stimpy, you idiot!
You idiot. Oh, that part I do remember. Oh man, I
You
feel like
overbloated idiot!
Sounds like he's running a concentration camp.
you know what? Here's what I don't want to happen today. I don't want to drink heavily and then come back and watch Ren and Stimpy.
I like how he's heavily, so
Yeah.
moderately.
Moderately. I don't want. You know what? I don't want to do any of that and come back and watch Ren and Stimpy because I like Rick and Morty better and it's way more violent. Yeah. Like way more violent. But okay. This is one of I need, and I think we should do a public service and constantly remind people not to use social media if you've committed a crime or you are on the lam and you don't want to be caught for something. Okay. Don't stop using social media. And this is a great story. Okay. A really stupid woman who worked for about a year, and I don't know if you guys heard the story. She worked for about a year in a jewelry store in the UK. You guys know the story?
No.
No.
Okay. So she worked for about a year in the UK, Over that time of the year, she managed to steal a pretty decent amount of jewelry and get away with it. She stole almost $200,000 of jewelry, and then she quit. So all good. She got away with it. Yep. They had no idea where the jewelry was.
Yep.
Couldn't figure out what the deal was.
Yep.
$200,000 of jewelry gone.
Written off. Yep.
She's gone.
Yep.
The whole world is great.
Yep.
She made one tiny mistake. One tiny mistake.
She forgot to punch out.
No. What do you think she did? What do you think she did?
She probably went on vacation and was wearing all those diamonds that she stole.
Yep.
And she posted all over social media, I'm sure.
Not only was it all over social media, all the people at her job, and by the way, this is several years after she was gone. A lot of people from her job still followed her on social media, and they saw a bunch of the jewelry that she had worn, that was missing, that she was wearing when she was saying, I'm here in Costa Rica, I'm here, there, and all these exotic, awesome.
So she's like, where's Waldo? She's like, where's Waldo? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And for some reason, she decided to do that with all that stuff on. And she decided to come back to the UK. Yep. After all of that. So now this is years later. And now she comes into the UK. She comes into Heathrow Airport and waiting for her because the owner of the store and a whole bunch of people, like, there's all the like insurance pictures.
Well, they know
matched all the stuff she was wearing.
Well, they know she has the jewelry on her, right? Because
Yeah.
she's coming back from vacation.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so kill two birds with one stone.
So the police go to arrest her, and now she realizes as she gets off the plane, she can see the cops, and she, in the, 45, 50 feet, is now walking behind people and throwing jewelry all over, putting it in people's bags, trying to throw it in the garbage because she's got it on her. Not only did she steal it, she's carrying it around with her on vacation.
Yeah, you would think that she would have fenced it years ago, right?
Right.
And what's the statute of limitations on? Because it's theft. It's not like murder. So
1 year.
No, it wasn't that long. It was well within the.
Okay,
it was well
statute,
within
yeah,
that.
okay.
Okay, so now the police arrest her. Okay, and she's got to do her thing and say, what's going on. So they arrest her, and this is really the best part. This whole thing I didn't really give a shit about. This is what she said. She goes, number one, yes, I accidentally took a few pieces of jewelry home when I was working. Yeah, she said. And she admitted it. It was an accident.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys, Ted, you probably do that all the time.
Well, she's posted all over social media, so she can't deny it, right? So
Right,
yeah.
right. So it happens. That shit happens.
I accidentally hit print, boss. Ted, that's what Ted's going to say. I accidentally hit print.
For something that's
64 pictures of Rosie O'Donnell, Ted. 64 pictures.
I was researching it for work.
64 pictures of Rosie O'Donnell's fat ass.
Actually, one's enough.
And then, this is the best part, she said that the rest of that stuff was planted by her former employees, the friends of there, and they put it on there, and she just didn't know where it came from. She said they put all that stuff in her bag and all that stuff.
You might as well go all the
and,
way,
and
right?
Forced her
Yeah.
to steal it. She didn't even know she was stealing it. She didn't even know she found it, and she just put it on because it was just there. She had no idea where it came
Just
from.
seemed like the thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had no idea where it came from.
Seems plausible.
It seems very plausible. So in 3 years, when she gets out of prison, I'm going to have her on the show, and I want to talk to her about. It was crazy. I mean, everything she did was so dumb. So here's the thing. Here's the takeaway from all this. Okay, if you steal something, or if you don't want people to find you, I know how hard it is. Don't go on social media. Don't open an account. In fact, as soon as you steal all that stuff, or the day before you steal it, cancel all your social media accounts. Have nothing there. Zero. So that you are set to go and you don't have to worry about getting caught and giving all the evidence to the people who are going to catch you. So that is my takeaway from all this.
Oh, well, guess she had it coming.
What? Ted, that's mean.
Obviously, she wasn't doing it for the money because she liked the jewelry better because she would have fenced it years ago. I'm assuming, right?
I don't know. I mean, I can see stealing the jewelry, but I mean, do you know a fence let's just say, Ted, let's just say that you stole, let's just say you worked at a thing. Where would you find a fence? Where would you find someone who deals in stolen jewelry?
Yeah, I mean, obviously,
Pawn shop.
she's probably not sophisticated enough. Yeah, but a pawn shop's not going to give her anything. So, he's right. They give you like 10 cents on the dollar.
$200,000 worth of diamonds.
Yeah, they're going to give
You
her
ever
like...
see your Friends and Neighbors?
No, this seemed terrible.
No, that show with
Yeah, John Hamm. I'm just not a John Hamm guy. It seemed.
I remember that guy.
No, I know, but that's the premise of their show.
And he knows a fence.
He's fencing. Yeah, he finds a pawn shop willing to. Something happened to the thing. What's going on?
Well, it just wants an
Thought we
update.
stopped recording.
Well, so for example, like I guess professional art thieves, like people who steal like really high end art, they have a network of fences
Right.
to
They have
funnel
a
that stuff
network.
to like rich, like for example, let's say they stole something from a museum that's valuable. They're obviously not going to walk around with that. They're going to basically fence it to somebody who's going to get
Ted,
it to.
but how do you find a
get it
fence?
well, you have to obviously have that level of sophistication to begin with, but obviously she does not. She doesn't have those connections. But I'm
you
saying,
can put it on Facebook Marketplace.
oh yeah, that's right. eBay. Well, but that's like pretty common. So they busted a few people. I guess they were stealing.
so funny.
So there was a person or a group of thieves. They were stealing stuff from, say, Home Depot, which is actually pretty common these days, and they were just selling it on
These
eBay
days.
for like a fraction of the cost. But they were obviously easily traceable. But that's how they were selling it. Yeah, so.
Ted, I can totally see it. Okay, let's put this thing to bed,
Yes.
and we have to do last thoughts. We're gonna make Mark go first because you talked so much about that movie, Ted. I feel like you need some time to kind of like reinvigorate your last thoughts.
My last thought is that I think Ted needs to definitely make a donation to Wikipedia.
Yeah,
I feel like you have to.
I mean,
Yeah.
you have to. You literally just read it word for word. You didn't.
yeah. Well, I don't
You
wanna
didn't
give
mention a movie. Wikipedia mentioned.
I
a
don't
movie.
want to give away the plot.
You were
it's
the
been,
voice.
It's been a long time, since I've seen that movie.
What do you mean? What does it have to do with anything? Giving away the plot.
Well, not give away the ending, but that's the plot of the movie, and then I threw in my own 2 cents after that.
No, you
so.
read what Wikipedia wrote the plot of the movie was.
I tried to follow in your footsteps, Mark. It didn't
I don't do
work.
that.
It didn't work out.
Yeah, and even if Mark does use
I
Wikipedia,
get some. I
he
do
doesn't-
use Wikipedia to get like the basic facts, like the
Yeah, he doesn't-
runtime,
he doesn't
the
sort of
budget.
Yeah, I did the
and then I tell you. Yeah.
So I
Ted,
did the same thing.
Ted,
except
if
I
this
just
was a
had-
contest, like Mark did your job and you did Mark's job, who won? I'm gonna. You know what? I'm not gonna make that. I'm gonna let the viewers decide. In fact, here we go. Okay, here's what listeners. This is what I want you to do. Okay, it might take a while because people don't listen to each week, but I want to know who won. Did Ted win doing Mark's job, or did Mark win doing Ted's job?
well, this isn't a one-up contest, but
It's absolutely. I'm making it a contest, and it is a contest.
But that's my last thought. Ted, make a donation to Wikipedia. I don't care if it's 99 cents. And did we ever get any more Instagram user
I have the
names
list.
for Ted?
I didn't. I have the list.
I think he's gonna have to open the account soon.
Okay. So next week you're opening your account, Ted.
all right.
Chimpanzee.
Instagram.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Chimpanzee.
Oh,
For
that's
Ted.
a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So,
All right, Teddy. Last thought.
I was still amused by the chimpanzee with the birthday cake story, and it made me think about human nature. And I was thinking about
He brought it up.
remember I was telling you about the Cape Buffalo, how they have a very predictable behavior pattern. Like they're so aggressive that they're easy to trigger, and once you get them triggered, they're easy to capture because they do the same thing every time. And in a way, people are like the same way. So here, I want you to do this. Here's a good experiment. Next time you're somewhere, find the most docile person you could find, wherever they are, and just cut in line in front of them. Just walk right in line, and like they're not even there, and just see what happens. As a social experiment. I'm not saying confront them, but just to see what their reaction is.
That would be.
That's your last thought.
That's my last thought. Yeah.
Okay,
Social
that's-
experiment. Yeah.
Okay.
That would be very interesting. Okay, so before I get to my last thought, next week we have. Oh man, I can't think of his name. I think it's John Kozik. He is from the Salem Witch Board Museum, which is basically the Ouija board museum.
Oh, I want to hear that guy. What he has to say.
Yeah, it should be very exciting. We've got some other people coming up. There's 3 or 4 different things I got going on, and some really big things. But the big things take a long time, man. A lot of time talking on the phone. Okay, here is my final thought, and I kind of stole the concept of it, but I liked where it went. Before you tear down a fence, you better know 2 things. Okay, number 1. Why was that fence built in the first place? And how do you rebuild a fence after you tear one down? Just something to think about, okay? Keep listening, keep enjoying, and we'll see everybody back here next week.